Norby hammers high in the sky, out to left, no doubt about it. And that was a no doubt bomb for Norby. Pitch, that one hammered out to left and deep. That is gone. And Agustin Ramirez does it early. Home run number 20 on the year. And he gets to Skubal. In the 0-2, Stowers rips down the right field line. That gets in, and the ball game is over. Kyle Stowers with a line shot down the right field line, and it's a walk-off winner for the Fish on opening day.
It's time for Marlins on Deck on the Marlins Radio Network. Now, let's go out to the ballpark. Here's your host, Steven Strong.
All right, here we go, folks. Greetings and welcome from Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium here in beautiful Jupiter, Florida on a 62-degree Tuesday afternoon, streaming live on the MLB app. You're listening to Miami Marlins baseball on the radio, and this is the 2026 Florida Grapefruit League. And this afternoon, we bring you a matchup between the 0-2-1 Philadelphia Phillies, who tied last night with the Washington Nationals, and your 1-2 Miami Marlins. It's going to be a cool moment for Chris Paddack. He was drafted by the Marlins originally in 2015, traded the next year. Of course, he re-signed, I guess, technically with the Miami Marlins this February. He will take the hill for the first time for the Fish. Rob Thompson, he will hand the ball over to 27-year-old right-hander Seth Johnson. Again, Phillies playing 2 games in less than 24 hours after tying 5-5 with the Nationals last night. That game started at 6 o'clock. Today's festivities will take place at 1:10 right here on the Marlins Radio Network. Hi, everyone. Thanks for making Marlins on Deck a part of your Tuesday afternoon with Jack McBowen and Rod Allen. I'm Steven Strom. Got a good show for you ahead as we get you ready for a 1:10 first pitch. Want to get to Chris Paddack and just his reaction to being back with the Marlins organization. We'll get you ahead of the count with Paddack and Johnson. And then we got some medical updates. Good news on Graham Pauley. We also have some interesting arms that are going to make their spring debut in the coming days. But let's start here with Chris Paddack. Of course, drafted with the Marlins in 2015. He was an 8th-round pick. He was then traded to San Diego in exchange for Fernando Rodney. Chris talked last week, though, about the opportunity with Miami again and what it means to him that he's able to come back to the place where, he was originally drafted.
The fact that I get to, full circle moment for me to come back to where it all started. And just see the changes and just kind of see how far this organization has come as a whole from top to bottom was something pretty special that I noted there early offseason. And I had some other opportunities, but, this one really stuck with me. We have a really young, hungry team, and I just, I want to contribute any way that I can.
We'll dive deeper into Chris Paddack in the next segment. But, Jack, I want to bring you on real quick. Do you know in 2016, the affiliate at the time was the Greensboro Grasshoppers. Yes. Okay. Do you know who this guy was teammates with? I'm going to give you 2 names. I just want to get your reaction. Josh Naylor and Michael King. How about that?
How about that? Another thing that I saw after the Marlins signed Paddack to his 1-year, $4 million deal, one of my good friends and one of my former bosses, John Nolan in Fort Wayne, sent me a photo right after Paddack was traded. His first appearance with the Low A Fort Wayne Tin Caps, the Padres Low A. It came when
teammates with Cal Quantrill, by the way.
Teammates with Cal Quantrill. He was wearing a glove with the old Marlins logo on it in his Padre organizational debut. So it's really cool, like all the tie-ins there. But that is crazy to think about. Josh Naylor and Michael King, teammates with him on the Greensboro Grasshoppers. Also Greensboro, now a Pirates affiliate. It's amazing how much minor league baseball has changed, but it's really cool, and it is kind of a full circle moment for Paddack to be back in these colors.
Really excited. We got Paddack's perspective. We'll get you ahead of the count coming up next. Chris Paddack will go opposite Seth Johnson. We're playing baseball at 1:10. Stick with us on the Marlins Radio Network.
Upgrade your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. From outdoor adventures and laid-back beaches to thrilling family attractions and animal encounters, the Palm Beaches have something for everyone. Discover premier resorts with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
Miami Marlins fans, we celebrate every victory together, but when life throws a curveball and you're injured at work or due to someone's negligence, you need a team who knows how to win. At Werner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia, we're not just advocates. We're your champions in personal injury and workers' compensation cases. With decades of experience and millions recovered for our clients, we ensure you get the compensation you deserve. Don't face the opposition alone. Let us step up to the plate for you. Werner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia, where Miami's injured find their strength. Call us now or visit our website, wernerhoffman.com. Let's win this together.
Everyone knows BrandSmart USA as the heavy hitters, like big screen TVs and appliances, but our lineup is way deeper than you think. We've got mattresses, furniture, and grills for the cookout, plus everything from fitness equipment, vacuums, AC units, the latest tech, and more to keep your home running like a pro. We make life easier with fast delivery, professional installation, haul away, and our own in-house repair centers. All at the lowest price with 0% interest financing and buy now, pay later options. BrandSmart USA, favorite brands, lowest prices guaranteed. South Florida's top choice for quality signs and graphics is Metro Group Miami. With Metro signs and Metro wraps, no job is too big or too small for the experts at Metro Group Miami. A proud corporate partner and official signage and graphics provider of the Miami Marlins, they bring brands to life. Call them today at 954-983-6662. Visit MetroGroupMiami.com to discover what they can do for you. Metro Group Miami, signs, graphics, car wraps. They're your everything team.
This is Anthony Bender, and you're listening to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on the Marlins Radio Network.
So I played this yesterday for Jack McMullen. This is not jazz. This is one of my favorite Argentine artists, old school. Welcome in here on a Tuesday afternoon. Steven Strom, Jack McMullen, Rod Allen. Always good to get some tunes on before Game 4 of spring training for the Miami Marlins. Chris Paddack will go opposite Seth Johnson here today. Let's get you ahead of the count. We'll start here with we'll start with Chris Paddack, actually, 30-year-old right-hander. We had mentioned signed with the Marlins in February, 1 year, $4 million. Again, drafted by the Fish in the 8th round of the 2015 draft. Career-wise, Paddack comes here with a 32-36 record, a 4.64 ERA, and 110 starts over 7 seasons. We had mentioned the original trade, Fernando Rodney to San Diego. Paddack did spend time with the Minnesota Twins and then was traded over to Detroit at the trade deadline. Here's the positives on Paddack, okay? The chase percentage, which means guys are swinging out of the zone when he throws the ball, is at 31%. That's 85th percentile. And then the walk rate. The guy does not walk anyone. He walked 5% of the batters last year, 89th%. The negative, 31 dingers allowed. Now, I don't get paid to tell you why. That's a Jack and Rod issue. They will get into that as we get into the game. Seth Johnson will go opposite Chris Paddack today, 27-year-old right-hander. This will be his second appearance for the Philadelphia Phillies. He did pitch against Toronto on Saturday. He gave up a home run to Dalton Varsho. So second appearance, first start for Seth Johnson. This guy was drafted in 2019 by the Tampa Bay Rays. He was traded to Baltimore in 2022 and then was traded from Baltimore to Philadelphia in exchange with a package for Gregory Soto in 2024. Johnson, 10 appearances last year with the Phils, 4.26 ERA over 12 2/3. Got a fastball that sits 94 to 96 miles per hour. Also has a curveball. Those are his two pitches. He'll throw that at 76, 78. So a big discrepancy between that fastball and the curveball. This guy was also a former JUCO shortstop. I know a lot of these guys were two-way players, but that's pretty an athletic position to play in baseball. He is on the 40-man roster, and unfortunately for Seth Johnson, there are a lot of big boys that throw from the right side in this Phillies bullpen. Duran, Brad Keller, and O'Ryan Kerkering. So he's going to have an opportunity here to show Rob Thompson what he's made of. Chris Paddack will go opposite Seth Johnson at 110. We got news and notes, big news on Graham Paul. You don't want to miss that. That's coming up next. Marlins, Phillies coming your way.
The leader in pest protection for almost 100 years. We don't just hit home runs against termites. Since 1927, Terminix has defended homes and businesses nationwide from all kinds of pest curveballs. Trust Terminix to protect what matters most. Visit Terminix.com/Marlins to learn more. Because no one strikes out termites and pests like Terminix.
Upgrade your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. From outdoor adventures and laid-back beaches to thrilling family attractions and animal encounters, the Palm Beaches have something for everyone. Discover premier resorts with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
All right, the grab and go program of Marlins on Deck continues. Game 4 of spring training for the Marlins. Chris Paddack will make his Marlins debut at the big league level. Again, he was drafted in 2015 by the Fish in the 8th round. He'll go opposite Seth Johnson. Hello, everyone. Thanks for making us a part of your Tuesday. Steven Strom, Rod Allen, Jack McMullen. Those two have your call in about 9 minutes. Got some good news for you on the Graham Pauley front. There was a lot of reaction yesterday when Graham Pauley was announced that he was going to be shut down from baseball activities because of that forearm. We got good news from Clayton McCullough. Let's hear it, Clay.
I think we'll just continue after a few days to see how the forearm area continues to feel, then can build him back up from a throwing and hitting standpoint with how he responds. But good news that it sounds like this is going to be on the shorter end. And so good. It was good news to get on a medical front.
All right, so everything came back clean from a UCL. It's so crazy to say that, like clean imaging from a UCL, because you're always talking about a pitcher in this case. But Jack and Rod had mentioned this yesterday. When you're coming in and starting to do things that you haven't done all year with spring training, with fielding, you're playing different positions. I mean, as simple as your arm just gets sore and you just don't sometimes recover the way that you usually do that you would, in the middle of July. So good news on that front, no damage for Graham Pauley. So he is going to be able to do, ground balls, everything as far as like not swinging a bat and throwing a ball. Graham Pauley is able to do. So, I guess crisis avoided there because Graham Pauley is going to be a big part of what the Marlins are going to do here in 2026. Speaking of guys that are going to be a big part of this team, Braxton Garrett. He has not pitched in a game since June 17th, 2024. We are going to get to listen and watch Braxton Garrett pitch on Thursday. And the guy following him, well, I don't know if he's following him technically, but another southpaw, Marlins' #1 prospect, Thomas White. He is going to pitch out of the bullpen on Thursday. So all good news to report. Graham Pauley, looks like we avoided a long-term issue with him. Braxton Garrett, we'll see him start on Thursday. And Thomas White, you will see pitch on Thursday out of the bullpen. Folks, I hope you got the itch for first pitch because when we come back, Jack McMullen paints the picture. Rod Allen, he's always ready to rock. Starting lineups in first pitch is right around the corner. 31 days until opening night. Thanks for tuning in to the Marlins on Deck pregame show. I'm Steven Strom. Let's flip the M together, Miami. Marlins spring training baseball is next. This is the Marlins Radio Network.
South Florida's top choice for quality signs and graphics is Metro Group Miami. With